By the time a patient fighting illness receives a treatment plan and possibly a positive outcome, how many others have been involved in the process? The fact is, for every groundbreaking medical discovery, treatment, or patient outcome, there are thousands of people responsible. The global effort to combat disease is often multifaceted, focusing on research, education, and treatment. Take psoriasis, for example.
Psoriasis is a common disorder affecting approximately 2% of the world population. It is an immunological disorder, it is genetic, and it affects skin, joints, and sometimes internal organs such as the liver and the heart. It is more common in the Western world than it is, say, in the rest of the world. It's very likely genetic. We now have a minimum of 9 genes that have been defined for psoriasis. There are other genes out there. So it's very likely that the heterogeneous nature of psoriasis is driven by genetics as well as environmental issues that are different in different parts of the world.
Efforts to better understand and treat this worldwide systemic disease are being spearheaded by the International Psoriasis Council.
The International Psoriasis Council, or IPC, was formed in August of 2004. It was based on similar organizations and other immunological disorders like rheumatoid arthritis and Crohn's disease. And we had discussed with our colleagues in other disciplines the need for a group of thought leaders internationally in psoriasis to form an independent organization that would lead dermatologists into the new arena of psoriasis from an immunological perspective, a teaching perspective, and a publication perspective. We have 3 main mandates established at IPC. 1, education for dermatologists and allied health professionals. 2, research, to take current and future research and make research an important aspect of psoriasis. And thirdly, treatment, to review all the aspects of treatment in psoriasis, both topical treatment, phototherapy, systemics, and the new biologic treatments, and come up with protocols that we believe are important, that are necessarily driven by companies, but driven by consensus.
We have done a lot of the original work on what we call the brain-skin axis, how patients with psoriasis suffer considerable psychosocial disability and depression and anxiety, and how that can completely change the way that they run their lives. And also looked at the way that stress or stressful life events can trigger psoriasis in the first place or exacerbate it in individuals who already have the disease.
I think that the disease is gaining public awareness, but right now we have to fight the myth that psoriasis is a cosmetic disease that has really no comparison with other more severe illnesses that affect the patients internally. We're now beginning to recognize that psoriasis, as devastating as it is from the standpoint of the appearance of the disease in the person, is associated with more complicated diseases, particularly psoriatic arthritis, and now we're beginning to recognize that the disease may have a link or may have an association with other comorbid entities such as cardiovascular diseases and metabolic syndrome. So we need to understand that this is a disease with grave physical and psychological consequences on the individual that happens to have it.
By creating an international forum for physicians, clinical researchers, policymakers, and stakeholders, this nonprofit global organization has allowed the research and treatment of psoriasis to be pursued, discussed, and shared in a more powerful and effective way than ever before.
I believe there's a great deal of misconceptions about psoriasis within the community of psoriasis patients and with the general community. It is often was felt that psoriasis was a contagious disease. It was construed as leprosy up to 50, 70 years ago. And people hid their disease. So we're trying to bring this hidden disease out to the community, explain to people that it is a systemic disease, that it is a genetic disease that just happens to present on the skin.
The study of immunology, the study of the components of the immune system, have allowed us to better understand what's causing psoriasis. Such components as the B cells, the T cells, that normally would protect us from diseases. We now know that when they're not working properly, they result in autoimmune type diseases such as psoriasis.
A big part of what we do is try to educate our physician colleagues that psoriasis can no longer, in a significant number of patients, be treated by just prescribing a tube of cream. That there are new modalities of treatment, what we call biologic therapies out there. Biologic therapies are more specific therapies that target specific chemicals, cytokines in the skin and in the bloodstream. And antibodies are being created, just like they've been done for arthritis and Crohn's disease.
Phototherapy is the bridge between going from strictly topical treatments and systemic treatments. Phototherapy fits into that middle gap where the patient has too much disease to be applying creams or ointments to cover large surface areas, but they're really not severe enough to warrant for them to go into the systemic treatments. The treatments that we are able to give in the hospital entail not only phototherapy, but we also can use intense topical treatments and whirlpool treatments, which enables us to remove some of the scale so that we can maximize the phototherapy exposure. Clinical research is essential, and as we get better and better in managing this disease, we understand there's a lot of uncovered areas. So clinical and basic research is really essential to better understand the condition and better manage the condition in future years.
What we found in patients that were being treated with psoriasis is that they were mostly undertreated. And that means physicians weren't treating up to the standard of care. So the International Psoriasis Council has got an important role to play globally in ensuring that patients are treated up to the standard of care.
Nowadays, patients who only 5 or 6 years ago would have not had any hope for a lasting, successful treatment are now completely clear of their disease.
This type of organization is vital in order to create better awareness so that we can actually generate the necessary funds that will be able to take us to the next step. And the next step would be the eventual cure of this disease.
21st century medicine involves a lot more than the average patient is aware of. Behind the scenes, international policymakers work together with world-renowned researchers, creating a powerful and united front against disease. The International Psoriasis Council, founded in 2004, is a global nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing psoriasis research and treatment. We provide a forum for education, collaboration, and innovation among physicians, researchers, and policymakers in the global psoriasis community.
And what we are trying to do is create an awareness, not only amongst dermatologists, but amongst our colleagues in medicine, that psoriasis is a disease that has to be taken more seriously.
To find out more, visit psoriasiscouncil.org.